Andrea here with the James Kennedy Public Library, and I will be sharing with you the Creation Station craft for December. And the craft for December will be a pipe cleaner and beads tree ornament. Okay, kind of looks like that. So in these kits, you'll have two color schemes, okay? We'll have a blue and winter theme, which will be in the blue envelopes. And then we'll also have more of a Christmas or a holiday theme, which will be in the red envelope. And both of those kits will be available at the Creation Station. In this kit, you're going to find just a couple of things. You'll find the how-to instructions on how to make this at home. You'll see a piece of yarn. There will be 4 green pipe cleaners in this kit, and then also an assortment of beads, depending on which set you choose. I am just using the winter colored one today. So let's get started. So with this kit, like I said, there's going to be 4 pipe cleaners in there. 1 you're going to leave whole. The other 3 you're going to fold and cut in half. So for this craft, the only supply that you're going to need is scissors. Okay, so I have already cut all 3 of the other green pipe cleaners in half, so I have 6 pieces, and these are gonna make the branches. So with that one long piece, this is what's gonna make, the center of the tree. So to get this started, I'm just gonna use my finger, and I kind of have it folded a little bit in half, and that's where I'm gonna keep a loop, and just going to twist these 2 pieces around until we get all the way to the bottom, and it's all completely twisted up. And then I'm just going to kind of fold the little ends over just so they're not, as pokey. Okay, and so I'm going to end up something like that. Let me see that there. Okay. So then you can start adding your branches, and you're just going to add them, equal lengths apart down that middle part of your tree trunk. Okay, and so what I did is I kind of lined them up on one side, and then kind of left a little bit more on the opposite side, and then I'm gonna actually twist it twice, just to make sure that it's on there nice and secure, and then you end up looking like that. Okay, you can see that right there. So with that, you're gonna add all 6. Once you get that done, and you've added all 6 branches, you'll get what looks like this. And then you're going to bend them all so they're facing up, okay? And what this does is just gives us a great way to, cut the branches down in an ascending pattern. So then what I'm going to do, and I'll kind of put it on this paper here just so you can kind of see it. To cut them, I'm going to take my scissors. So I do have a rather big, I'm not going to cut that bottom piece, but what I'm going to do is just kind of line it up so that it point the scissors towards that loop, and then I'm just gonna cut them off, okay? And cutting pipe cleaners does get a little funny because they kind of go everywhere, and so then you can kind of see the shape of our Christmas tree, kind of, our tree shaping up there. And I'm gonna do the exact same, I didn't cut that bottom one at all, and I'm gonna angle them up towards that loop, and kind of just keeping it with the same length as what's on the other side. Okay. And then you get a great tree shape there. Okay, you kind of see it like that. So now is the fun part. Depending on the kit that you choose, you'll either have winter themed or holiday themed, but you're just going to have 22 assorted beads in that kit, and you can add them onto the branches however you would like. Once you've added, the beads to a branch, and that's kind of all I only put 1 on that top one. I am going to just bend that little tip over just to kind of hold. It kind of makes a little stop at the end of that branch, and it will kind of hold it on. Okay, and so once it's all decorated and you have the ends of those branches folded, you have that piece of yarn, and you can add that to the loop. So I kind of made a little bow on this one, looped it through, tied a knot, and then did a little bow on top. And so then you have this great little winter tree ornament or holiday Christmas tree ornament, depending again on the color that you choose. Okay. So happy creating. I hope you enjoyed this ornament craft, and that we'll see you either in the library or have fun taking it home to do. Thank you.